Welcome to AFRA, the 57th General Assembly. I'm here at the Embraer stand. I'm with Adam Young.
We are really excited to be here. We're excited to continue to grow our presence. Africa is very important to Embraer. And if you look across all our different markets, and myself, my history with Embraer actually back in Asia Pacific, I can juxtapose the two very, very well. Africa is a perfect market for Embraer size of aircraft. And why do I say that? It's because you only have so many large, high-density routes on the continent. A lot of the other routes are right-sized in terms of a demand requirement for Embraer size of aircraft, and that is the up to 150-seat segment of aircraft. By combining aircraft of the right size with that right level of demand, you give the airlines the best possibility to operate in a sustainable and profitable manner. You know, over the course of this conference, we've been hearing a lot of talk about how the profit margins of African Airlines are amongst the lowest in the world. So what are the ways that African Airlines can best position themselves for growth, and that's profitable growth, is to control cost. And Embraer's E2 family of aircraft in particular are bringing that combination of performance, passenger experience, and economics, cost economics, to such a level that we deliver a very strong and compelling value proposition in that regard. And that's being reflected here on the continent. We have the likes of Airlink, who selected the 195 E2, and that's to drive, you could say, supercharge their next phase of growth. But then you look broader across the continent, and you can see that in that up to 150-seat segment, Embraer represents over 30% of market share relative to our competitors. So if the voice of the customer is an endorsement of Embraer's success in the market, I think that's a pretty strong indicator. And you look at how the aircraft are being deployed, you see them connecting primary to secondary or secondary to secondary cities. And Embraer is the market leader here in Africa. We have over 300 aircraft on the continent. So yeah, as I say, Africa is important, and we are looking to grow that, and that's why we're here in Angola and why we continue to support AFRA in the various initiatives across the continent.
What do you see the growth phase being if we take some of the numbers that came out this morning from IATA on the passenger demand and the growth there? Are you in agreement that Africa is the continent to watch for?
Africa's passenger movements, and I think they're saying it's just over 120 million, I think it was, for the last year, but you have a population of 1.4 billion. You have such an opportunity to grow. And you have this growth, and this was, turning back to the Connecting Africa study that my colleague Theo talked you through the last time. When you look at, there's a relationship between GDP per capita and trips per capita. And where we find ourselves on that curve here on the continent is in the steepest phase of growth, that as that GDP per capita grows a little bit, the trips per capita grows almost exponentially, which means as the middle class begins to grow here on the continent, you're going to have that growing demand. And I see that, I live down in Cape Town. The number of arrivals that we have from all over the continent. Nigeria is a huge source of inward tourism from into Cape Town. So I think these are strong indicators of that potential. So Africa is definitely a growing market. We haven't reached a plateau anywhere except on maybe some of the real high density sectors like Cape Town, Joburg. Yeah, that's a mature sector. But many of the other opportunities across the continent are ripe for growth, and ripe for growth in the segment that Embraer serves.
300 aircraft in the African continent. How are those typically managed from an MRO perspective? Do you have any on wet lease? Is that a normal business operation for you guys?
Embraer, we work hand in glove with a lot of stakeholders across the ecosystem, the industry ecosystem. Predominantly my role in sales is to sell directly to the airlines, but as in the case of the Airlink transaction, there we worked together with a lessor partner who then, in tandem, we then work to place those aircraft at Airlink. So you do have various different vehicles and various different schemes in which we can place our aircraft. And then the lessors themselves, they can do dry leasing, they can do damp leasing. There's a lot of different permutations But certainly from the OEM perspective, we work very closely with the airlines, try to place the aircraft with the airlines, or to bring in a lessor who can add maybe an added degree of flexibility around, lead time or delivery position. So that's how we work together to ensure the airlines in Africa have the flexible solutions that they require in a timely manner to be able to seize, first mover advantage on a new market, or to increase their competitive moat. So there's a lot of different ways that we can help. So watch this space here in Africa. It's going to be exciting, and we're looking forward to, traveling along that journey together and in continuing to grow our segment leadership on the continent.